All right, so we're going to go over configuring JetBrains Riders AI Junie. First thing we want to do is an Unreal Engine we need to be running. So I'm going to go to my project. And in my case, that's E. It's better to run it with this than to build and debug because there's asserts that get fired when you're running the MCP tools to create things. So I usually use like a script to launch it instead of in Rider, just running it that way, or in VSCode or whatever. Unless I'm actually like trying to debug, I don't run it in debug mode if I'm testing the MCP tool, right? So, okay, now we want, oh, I don't actually need to run the game. Just having this open is enough. And I don't need to have the things that I'm going to ask it questions about open or anything like that. So just to not confuse you, in Rider, their AI is a little confusing. You open their AI, it is AI chat, right? So I've tried to configure it over here in settings, AI assistant, MCP, here it is. Where'd it go? And so try that again. Settings, edit. So it does work. It's like configured and it tells you all the tools are there, but you can't chat with it from that configuration. So I don't know what that configuration is for. You have to chat with it with either Claude or Junie. Claude, you need to configure Claude code, which I don't have, so I didn't do that. So I'm just using JetBrains Junie, which opens up a new chat window. This thingy here, right? Open that. I needed the pro version to get this to work. I got it in code mode. I'm going to run in Brave mode, so maybe it's a little faster. I then have to go up here, settings, MCP settings. And then on this guy, you need to take what you get from the website on the docs page and copy all this, except for your project path is going to be what your actual project path is over here. So once you do that, you might have to start it or something, but it's running here. So now I can ask Junie a question. All right. And my finding has been that this is really slow, but we're just going to sit there and work through it. And it's not that my MCP tool is slow, search item. So it just finally called my search items. It found it already. Now it's like thinking itself, like, what do I do next? So this is just Riders AI thinking. Okay, it's calling get blueprint info. That's cool. Now it's thinking again. If you run this in cursor, this would take like seconds. I don't know what that output text is. Like, I don't think the problem here is the MCP tool because it works Claude's Visual Studio, as well as located parent class. So it tells you the parent class, the variables, the components. So it does work. It's just really slow. Um, in comparison, if I go over here, I can ask it over here. Let me restart it just because I closed Unreal Engine. And this just uses the configuration over there. So look at how fast it was able to do that by comparison in VS Code, right? So that's cool. Let's look at it in, I got too many tools. There's something here called Cline. Cline. Hey. All right. So Cline has settings, features, MCP, collapse MCP, terminal, general, API configurations. I don't know. Somewhere I configured Cline to use MCP, and yeah, right here, configure VibeUE. So here it is. So you do it over here, right? And it uses that same format. It should be, this one's using Python, but you should be able to use the other format that the other instance is using. I've recently switched from Python to UV. But anyway, we'll look at this one as well, just to see what the speed looks like, right? So now we're in Cline, done. Let's do, use the same one. Don't we? Nope. Use the VibeUE MCP tool to tell us about PP Player 2. Oh, I might run out of tokens. I don't have tokens. So I no longer have Cline, but it would work and it would be faster than the other one. Let's show one more in comparison. Oh, I'm using Opus. That might be the problem there as well. Let me try this one more time. Settings. Quad Sonnet 4.5. That's a cheaper one to use, right? Done. And let's try this again. Oh, I don't have any Cline credits. All right. We'll do cursor. To use cursor, I have to install configure cursor. It uses the same configuration from the other ones. To do that, you go to the VS Code project, which is right in front of my face, but I'm not seeing it. Right, yeah, the workspace. Open with cursor. It uses the same VS Code, so it'll be red. I just color code my different projects. But let's close him. All right, so now cursor's open. VibeUE is loading the tools. It should be pretty quick. There we go. All right. So now that that's loaded, I don't know why it took twice. Um, so that's a whole bunch of information really, really fast, right? So I would really use Cursor or VS Code for your AI coding. I haven't tested the new Visual Studio. I think it has some updates. I'm just really busy. That might be good as well. The Writer piece, well, I like Writer for writing code and debugging. Their AI tool is hot garbage. Um, Cline does work pretty good when I tested it before. A lot of times, what I'll do in VS Code is I'll have Clyde open on the left, and I'll do planning, and then I'll have it doing coding on the right. And I architect it so it writes out markdown files on the left, and then writes the code and builds the blueprints on the right. It's pretty cool. You'll see more of that in the future. I have to go purchase more tokens on Cline. But anyway, that's how you get it to work on the different um, IDEs.